The next set of books are also options for book clubs. This particular book is titled The Silent Boy. The author is Lois Lowry. Katie Thatcher becomes friends with the Silent Boy. Katie Thatcher was the bright and curious daughter of the town doctor, and she was fascinated by her father's work, and even as a child she knew that she too wanted to be a doctor. She wanted to know about people. Perhaps it was this, her insatiable curiosity, or simply the charm of Jacob's gentle intimacy with animals large and small, that fueled their friendship. Although Jacob never spoke to her, or even looked at her directly, Katy grew to understand him from the moments they spent together quietly singing to the horses. She knew there was meaning in the sounds he made, and purpose behind his movements. So when events took an unexpected and tragic turn, it was Katy alone who would unravel the mystery of what had occurred and why. Katy establishes a very strong connection with Jacob, and their friendship evolves as this story unfolds. Lois Lowry is a two-time recipient of the prestigious Newbery Medal, and she tells the story through Katie's eyes. Readers can see the human face so often hidden under modern psychological terminology and experience for themselves the haunting impact of her friendship with the Silent Boy. The Silent Boy is one of your options for book clubs. Next up is one of the best, my favorite, one of my all-time favorites. This is The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. It is Sherman Alexie. It's one of Sherman Alexie's novels, and he tells the story of Junior, a budding cartoonist growing up on the Spokane Indian Reservation, determined to take his future into his own hands. Junior leaves his troubled school on the reservation, to attend an all-white farm town high school where the only other Indian is the school mascot. It's heartbreaking, it's funny, it's beautifully written. The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian, which is based on the author's own experiences, coupled with poignant drawings by Ellen Forney that reflect the character's art, chronicles the contemporary adolescence of one Native American boy as he attempts to break away from the life he was destined to live. An excellent read. This is one of your options. Next up, Marcy's life is a mess in the book The Cat Ate My Gym Suit. Her parents don't understand her, she feels like a fat blimp with no friends, and her favorite teacher just got fired. Miss Finney wasn't like the other teachers, and she was helping Marcy feel good about being herself. Now that she's gone, Marcy doesn't know what to do. She's always thought things would be better if she could just lose weight, but the loss of Miss Finney sparks something inside her. She decides to join the fight to bring back her teacher, and in doing so, she discovers that her voice might matter more than she ever realized. The Cat Ate My Gym Suit is a great book that really digs deep into gender roles, abuse of power, and this one might be a good fit for you. Next up, this novel is about a boy's friendship with a burn victim, and it's perfect for fans of wonder. From the moment Jessica arrives, life is never quite the same for Tom and his seventh grade classmates. They learn that Jessica has been in a fire and was badly burned, and will be attending St. Catherine's while receiving medical treatments. Despite her appearance and the fear she evokes in him and most of the class, Tom slowly develops a tentative friendship with Jessica that changes his life. The idea that you are judged by the content of your character is strong in the book Fire Girl. Next up, and it's our last option, The Last Invisible Boy. It's about a boy who's really struggling due to a family member's death. And in his words, he doesn't want to give anything away, so I'll tell you what you could probably guess from looking at the cover and flipping through the book. Number one, it's about an invisible boy. Obviously, that's me. I'm not totally invisible yet, but I'm getting there. Number 2, there are a bunch of my drawings. Number 3, there are some really funny, happy moments. Number 4, just so you know, there are also some sad moments. Number 5, everything in here is the truth. So if you like stories about true things, you might like this book. And that's all I'm going to tell you. All the stuff about my dad and my mom and my brother Derek and my friend Melly and whether or not I actually turn invisible or become completely visible again or figure out how to use my invisibility for the good of all mankind or just disappear altogether. You're going to have to read to find out. So let's get started. Just remember, this is my story and anything can happen. This young boy is really struggling due to a death in his family. And so if you read, you're going to find out, does he turn invisible or not? This is the last option for book clubs. So now you're going to take some time to browse the books a little bit more and determine your favorites and complete the Google form to identify the books, your top picks for reading in book clubs.